Ready for the video?
Yes.
Let's do it. High five. High five. High five number 39. That's, wow.
Mouse.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
All the time.
Whoever
How about
asks
you?
anything from you?
All the time.
You ever use
And
rings
it
on your
also
phone?
stabilizes
I
the
actually
system.
can't stand them.
If
Wow.
you put metal on the ring
Not
finger, it
stand-
stabilizes
Look at
the
that.
system.
I think that's true. From Battleground. It sounds so cool now, in a sense, but I used open hand and I felt so relaxed that I literally I was like, I was like, wait, I'm like kind of stuck. That's it.
Try it.
Isha Kriya?
That was perfect.
Okay.
That was literally present practice. What's conscious? This is Vish and
Ellie.
And today we'll be responding to Sadhguru's video on
The spiritual significance of the ring finger.
I'm an aspiring yogi, love all things wisdom, yoga, and meditation based. And I'm super grateful to have Ellie on the show with me. She's super kind and has done a lot of other videos with me already. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I am studying in college for my PA in dermatology, and I'm from Battleground, Washington.
Well, thanks for being here, Ellie. And before we start, what are your thoughts, you watching, about the ring finger and using rings? Is there a significance, or do you think it's just a random finger that we picked to put the ring on? Comment down below. And real quickly, what are your thoughts on the ring finger?
I know that the French used to believe that it is the vein that goes straight to your heart.
That I didn't know, but without further ado,
Let's get into the video.
These human hands can do many things. Apart from eating and doing physical work, they are capable of doing many things. If you bring your energy system to a certain way or to a certain level of vibrance and intensity, then you will know that hands are great instrument. In yoga we say, the ring finger, from here to here, you can control the whole universe.
that's, wow.
It is everything. This is like the mouse
Do you
for your
believe that?
computer.
Yeah.
Here, you can just adjust your system whichever way you want. If you know what to do, don't go about rubbing this. It won't work like that. If you know what to do with this is like the mouse to your computer, you can take it wherever you want. You can just activate your system whichever way you want, just by handling the ring finger. So hands are capable of doing many things, apart from eating and doing physical work. That is a whole science attached to it. It would be too much to explore in a situation like this. Now, just turning your hands around, you're just changing the way you breathe. This is not just about your breath. The very way the fundamental energies function, this and this, it's very different. Just this and this, it's very different. Hands are an instrument like this.
So subtle.
How many times in a day, unconsciously, are you doing this?
All the time.
Whoever
How about
asks
you?
All the
anything
time.
from you?
All the time.
In India this means no. You keep on doing this and you hope to be peaceful and joyful? Life doesn't work like that. If you do this, you'll set your energies into turmoil. Peace, 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 it won't happen, you'll only rest in peace. Really, it won't come. This is like you got into your car, you don't know what the pedals are. You just kick any one of them whenever you feel like it, according to your music rhythm. You know what a jerky driver you will be? Please see, your well-being has been very jerky, isn't it? Yes? Your well-being has been very jerky, isn't it? Your peace, your happiness, your everything is jerky. Just like that, any moment it'll crash, any moment it'll come up. Now, you can make these hands in such a way that if you move it here, something will happen in another part of the world. You can make something happen somewhere else, totally somewhere else, wherever you want it, pinpoint it. Because these hands are the instrument to everything. This is like the control panel to everything. So either you keep this as a small little human being, or you enlarge this into a tremendous possibility, whichever way it is, still the control panel is here.
So in a way, to open up your body, to open up this human mechanism to many possibilities, ring finger is significant. If you want to open up a person to become your bride or groom, then you put a ring on their finger, on the ring finger, isn't it? In some way, people open up. Somewhere they understood that if you do this, certain things will happen. So they use this particular finger, nowhere else. Of course, now lot of new agey people are putting a ring upon their thumb. It's a very wrong thing to do. You will attract certain kinds of energies which you can't deal with.
Do you ever use rings
And it
on your
also
thumb?
stabilizes
I
the
actually
system.
can't stand them.
Wow.
If you put metal on the ring
Not
finger, it
stand-
stabilizes
Look at
the
that.
system.
Here.
There are many other dimensions,
Wow.
but to put it in a generic way, it is like a remote to open up the dimensions of your own body. Without opening this up, there is no cosmos. Without opening your eyes, there is no world, isn't it? If your eyes were always closed, there is no world for you. So similarly, without opening up this system, there is no cosmos for you. So the ring finger is not really about the cosmos, it is about this system, the human mechanism. If you open this up, then there is a cosmos. The cosmos has always been there. It is just that you did not open for it. Ring finger, if you know how to use it, which will take a certain amount of whatever, don't do that in meditations, don't sit like this. It will dissipate your energies in many different ways. Best to use yoga mudra or open hands. Don't use the ring finger because that will need a completely different kind of instruction and training.
Let's talk about it, Ellie. So… Let's talk about it. She picked up on the accent. So yeah, that was, again, also cool. What are your thoughts?
I would like to probably find out more about what he means by the ring finger, but the last times that I've been meditating, I've been using like open hand, right? And you see like in pictures, they're like closed in a sense, but I used open hand and I felt so relaxed that I literally like, I was like, I was like, wait, I'm like kind of stuck. I think it was just because I'm like, wow, I feel so peaceful.
Yeah.
So
Which meditations have you tried or are you doing?
it was the one you sent me.
Yeah, so she's talking about Isha Kriya. Shouts out Isha Kriya. I knew, I just wanted to see what she would say, but yeah,
Pronounce it.
try it.
Isha Kriya?
That was perfect.
Okay.
That was literally maybe even better than me. But no, I'm curious actually, before we get back into the topic of the ring finger, how have those meditations been for you, the Isha Kriya? How many days have you done and what are the effects of it for you personally?
I forgot how many days I've done it for, which I should be keeping track. I'll go backtrack and see. But I feel like it's kind of a way to like make my brain just kind of like relax for a little bit and just kind of like rewire myself into like being more peaceful and just kind of present moment and just like what happens, happens, and that's kind of a hard thing for me. So I feel like it's been helping me in that way.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Ellie, and I appreciate you trying it out because it's something that's helped me quite a bit, even the family. You know, it's pretty normal and full transparency here. With COVID, you know, everyone goes crazy, and so they were going crazy as well, and had to get them on the 90-day journey, and you can ask them, it's like a night and day difference of how they are just, you know, mentally and just everything emotionally. So for those of y'all that don't know, Isha Kriya is basically a meditation that was created by Sadhguru. It's guided, 15 minutes, super simple, would highly recommend it. But now, back to the video and the ring finger topic. So I think that's a good point you bring up, and I love the the openness that you have there, which is the seeking to want to know more, right? Because I've seen a lot of his videos, and he has mentioned how significant this ring finger is, but at the same time, there isn't too much detail given, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? I'm curious about this approach. What if there was no answer, but you were told from like this guru or some whatever experienced person, you shouldn't, for example, put a ring on your thumb? What would your natural instincts be? Would it be to rebel, which is normal? I mean, I feel like most of us like to rebel against what's given to us. Would you want to follow the rules, or would you just keep trying to find out the answers? What's your method with this stuff?
Their why.
You want to know the why.
Yeah, I want to know their reason why they're telling me that.
That's
like even if they're like, well, I don't know, then I'm like, well.
So let's just say
I'd like to know.
let's just say they didn't say I don't know, but they never give you an exact reason. How would you approach it? Would you like challenge it and like try to put the fingers on your ring, or would you take the approach of let's just be safe and not mess with it? What do you think?
Well, I think that if I'm practicing something that somebody has created, like the meditation, I think that it's respectful to them to not do that. Personally, I hate thumb rings, so I would never I just don't enjoy wearing them.
Tell us more about, because I know before you were mentioning how on certain fingers you just don't it doesn't feel right? Well, tell us more about that.
So it annoys me when I have rings on my thumb and my pointers. My middle fingers are sometimes okay, but I like to keep them on my ring fingers. Sometimes my pinky, but that's when I'm feeling a little bit spicy.
That's really cool to hear. It's really maybe an indication that you're really in tune with the body, and you have that sense awareness to how it's not good for you, whatever that means. Again, the why, I don't know either. But yeah, I guess just to kind of wrap this up, I think the important thing here is to, at least from what I've understood, sometimes when someone says something, especially like you'd mentioned, I like that perspective, just to follow it, right? But at the same time, I think the key here is not to blindly follow things. Be open-minded, be critical, but don't be suspicious, right? Being suspicious almost is you're going in with looking for bad intention.
Yeah.
But being critical, I think, is important. So, with the spiritual seeking path, be critical, be questioning. But sometimes I think it's okay just to be okay, that person said this, or those old grandmother tales. They're don't do this, don't do that. There's some truth to that, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that we are all on our own spiritual and journey through meditation and stuff, and I think it all comes down to what you personally want to believe. And if you feel oh, I don't feel good when I do this, then there must be a reason. And I think that everybody's different, and it's okay to be different, and it's okay to do and not to do certain things. And I think that when we are doing something that someone else has created, I think it's respectful to remove that jewelry if you're really going into it with the best intention. But that's just my view on it.
Yeah, that is, again, great advice, great insight. I want to appreciate you, Ellie, for being here today. She was a trooper. She saw a lot of Sadhguru videos. And closing thoughts on Sadhguru after watching quite a few of his videos.
Amazing.
Amazing. Part 99. But thank you so much again. All of our stuff will be down below. If you have any other video reaction requests or personality type requests, you can also comment down below. And with that, make a great day. Take it joyful and stay conscious. Awesome job, Ellie.
Thank you.
You did great.
You too.
Awesome.